Well, welcome back to Life on Cars. Hope you're all well, and it's time for another Silver Spirits Secrets episode. And today's episode is all about the wheels, tyres and trims on the Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. Now, I've just finished cleaning all the trims up ready for the episode, but I think I'm going to go back inside the house to finish this one off because it's a bit chilly in here tonight. So come on, let's go. Don't tell Mrs. Life on Cars I've brought this in the house. So let me take you through all the different bits and pieces that make up a wheel on a Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. And let's find out how they all come together in a wonderfully complex way to make up a quite striking wheel assembly. So as I've been working my way around the project, the wheels have been coming off the car one by one, and I've been cleaning them inside and out. And getting them ready for new tyres. And in fact, that's the first thing I wanted to mention. I know some of you have mentioned before when you've been looking at the videos, am I going to get rid of these tyres? Of course I am. They're the wrong tyres for this car. They're an off-road tyre that's been fitted. And the reason for that is because currently these tyres in this size are quite difficult to get hold of. This is a 235 70/15, and if you look up that tyre size, the options are really limited. The other thing to mention is my car originally came with a white wall, so the tyres originally, the Avons that were fitted, would have had a narrow band white wall, sidewall. So I want to go back to that when I do find some tyres for the car. So originally they would have been fitted with some Avons with the white wall, and until recently you could still get hold of those tyres, but they're out of stock at the moment, and I'm not sure whether Avon are going to do another run. The other option is a Michelin tyre, but again limited stock. So what I'm holding out for is either a new run on the Avons, or there is also another brand called Vitua, and they do a tyre called a Vitua Galaxy, which has the correct white wall band, and they seem to get decent reviews. So who knows, I might end up with something like that. The garage that were looking after this Rolls-Royce before I bought it, I don't know whether they just couldn't find any tyres at the time and they wanted a quick solution to get it through an MOT, but somehow it ended up with these off-road tyres on it. But what fascinates me is that why didn't that garage put the tyres on with the black lettering on the other side? At least it wouldn't have looked as ridiculous as it currently does with the white lettering. Now what I've done is I've blacked it out as best I can with a bit of a paintbrush, just for now, just so it looks a little bit better in some of the photographs that you've seen online. But yeah, so the plan eventually is to get these removed. I'll probably sell them because they're still in good condition. The date stamped 2017, so that must have been around about the time that these tyres were fitted. So somebody will be able to make good use of these because there's plenty of tread on them. But anyway, I digress. So what about the alloy? Well, the Silver Spirit was, I believe, one of the first Rolls-Royces to get alloy wheels. And you don't see much of the alloy normally, and you'll see why in a minute when we look at how all the trims fit together. But it's actually made by Speedline. And if you know anything about your alloy wheels, Speedline is an Italian company very well known for making wheels for many exotic vehicles. And yeah, so Rolls-Royce went to Speedline for the alloys. And like I say, I think the Spirit was one of the very first cars to get alloy wheels. Not that you see much of the alloy wheel when everything's put together. So can you see there's a bit of a black band around the edge? That's been done on purpose because there is a chrome beauty ring that goes around the outside. And if you look down the side of the beauty ring, you don't want to see the silver alloy. So they made it black, okay? The other interesting thing about the alloy wheels is the fact that there has to be a bracket fitted to the center of the wheel. So we'll do that first. So you get this metal framework thing with 5 legs. So I'll bolt that on now and then we'll see what happens next. So there we are, that's bolted on with 5 little bolts onto the alloy. So now that that's on, we're going to just come back to that a bit later on, because the first thing I want to talk about is what we call the beauty ring. So this here is the beauty ring, which needs to fit onto the wheel like that. But the way this is fitted is quite complex. So I'm going to take you through that now. So in order to fit the beauty ring properly, there should be 5 of these clips located around the wheel. Now, as you can see on my wheel that I've brought into the kitchen here, there's only 1. 4 of these are missing. Whether they went missing when the last tyres were fitted, I don't know. Whether they got broken, I don't know. So I've got some new ones ready for when I get the tyres changed. So I'll show you those now. So here's the new ones that I've got from IntroCar, ready for when I get my new tyres. So I needed to get 20 each. So I needed to get 20 of these new clips which hold the beauty ring on. So basically the beauty ring actually fits into that slot there in 5 positions around the wheel. But to hold them on, you also need, each one needs a special clip to actually hold the, actually I think it'll be that way, to actually hold these little beauty ring clips in place. So when I get the tyres changed, I will need to explain to the tyre fitter, because there's a good chance they might not have seen these before. So we'll need to go through how those are actually fitted onto the wheel. Now luckily Rolls-Royce were thinking ahead on this, and they actually put some secret instructions hidden on the back of the wheel trim. So let's have a look. So this is the centre wheel trim, which I've just cleaned up, which we're going to fit in a minute. But look, on the inside, Rolls-Royce give you the full procedure for fitting the outer trim ring and retaining clips. So in stages, it shows you exactly what to do. So what Rolls-Royce recommend is you actually fit the tyre and inflate the tyre to the correct pressure first, and you balance the wheel. And then they recommend that you use the special tool or the tyre machine to carefully squeeze the sidewall away from the rim. between 6 to 12 millimeters. And what they're showing here is you don't knock these clips on. What they're saying is with the tyre pulled back away from the rim, you should be able to put these on with finger pressure only. And then they're showing you here that these clips should go in 5 spaces around the wheel, 72 degrees apart. And then finally, what these two pictures are showing you here is that the beauty trim, which is this part here, or the beauty ring, when it's fitted, it shouldn't be in that position there. No, it should be located in the actual slot. So what that's referring to there is if I take one of these clips here, that recess there, that is where the rim or the ring should sit in there. And if you've got 5 of these fitted and they're in the right position, they should hold the beauty ring securely. Now I have heard and I've read online that some owners like to put a little bit of silicone sealer in that slot there, just as an extra precaution to keep hold of the beauty ring. If any Rolls-Royce owners are watching, let me know your thoughts on that, whether you've seen that done before. I'd be interested to know, because I don't know how tight the beauty ring fits yet, because I've not tried, because on all my wheels there's either 2, 3 or 4 of these clips missing, so it won't be until I get my new tyres that I actually see how tight the ring actually fits. Let's have a look on the wheel that we've got in the garage and we'll see if we can mock up how this should actually work. So if I turn the beauty ring upside down, it's actually this edge here that slots into this slot on the clips. So if I put that down there and slot it in, you can see there how that sits into the slot. Let me stand the wheel up so you can see it a bit better. Can you see that there? How the ring actually goes into the clip? And you can see if I hold the tyre at that angle there, why Rolls-Royce painted the outer edge of the wheel black, because they don't want another silver line showing around there. So you can see mine's a little bit chipped and marked, so I'll probably touch that in so it's got a nice black rim all the way around. So yeah, the trim sits into that slot like that. So there's my new clip there. That's how it would go against the wheel, and then you would use one of these metal clips, but obviously I can't press that all the way on yet because the tire's in place, and like it says on the back of the instructions there, the bead of the tire needs pushing away so that that clip can be located over the special beauty ring clip. And I think probably what's maybe happened on my car is the tyre fitters didn't know what they were doing, and they've possibly tried to knock that down and they've ended up breaking some of these clips because maybe they didn't realise the instructions were on the inside of the trim, because the inside of the trims were completely covered with dirt and you couldn't see the instructions. So anyway, I've just sat that beauty ring on there for now so you get the idea. So that beautiful chrome ring, it's hidden all the edge of the alloy wheel, and it lines up with these, just the start of this slotted bit here. So what's next? So this bit's where you find out why we need this bracket, because the bracket secures the center trim. So what you do is you lower the center trim down like that, and it doesn't sit in properly until you get your key. So you have a special key which goes in this lock here. So I'm going to put that down like that. And it has to go down in a certain position. So you see these two holes here. This is where the part of the locking mechanism locates. So we need to align these two bits with the three to these three here. And the lock lines up with this hole here. So you can see that's kind of gone in position there, but it's not sat on properly yet because we need to use the key now. So I've put the key in and then I'm going to turn it. The trim goes down and falls perfectly into position. And then we turn the key back and extract it. But it doesn't stop there because that, as you can see, that's still a little bit loose. So there's another lock there that we need to turn now with a different key. So we get this key now and we turn that lock like that. Now that's locked on quite tight. But we're still not finished, because what we need now for the finishing touch is the lovely Rolls-Royce centre trim, and that's what this spare hole's for here. So there's a tab on there, look, and we're going to drop that into the hole like that, and then we use the same key again and that locks that centre trim on. Voila! Doesn't that look absolutely wonderful? And imagine how much better it's going to look when it's got the right tyres on as well, with the white wall band. It's going to look absolutely incredible. So understated, isn't it? So the only thing that we see of the alloy wheel now is this slotted area here. Very wonderfully understated. Beautiful chrome outer ring, chrome hubcap, and of course the Rolls-Royce centre cap as well to finish the job off. Complex, isn't it? But and a lot of secrets in there, but yeah, incredible all the same. So there you go then, a fairly complex process if you just want to get to the wheel nuts. If you watch my video when I first cleaned this Rolls-Royce and I decided to take the trims off to clean behind, you'll see me kind of looking at these and thinking, what am I doing here? Am I doing this right? So yeah, it's because that comes off, as you've seen, and then if you get this in the wrong order, so you have to undo that one first, because if you've got both of these keys on the key ring and you do the lock first, then the key's stuck in the lock. So you have to do that one first, and then you can turn the lock, because the key stays in, and then you can lift that away and then you can turn that back and take the key out. So yeah, quite a complex process, isn't it? So there you go then. I hope you enjoyed this Silver Spirit Secrets episode, all about the amazing beauty rings and trims and wheels and tyres on a Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. I better get all this tied away and moved out of the kitchen before Mrs. Life on Cars gets back. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. That'd be fantastic. Check out the playlist for the other Silver Spirit secrets and the other videos we've got going on the Rolls-Royce and other cars on Life on Cars. And I'll see you all again very soon with something else. Stay safe, drive carefully, and take care. Bye-bye.